Have you ever met someone for the first time, but felt like you've known them forever? Or visited a place you've never been, and it felt more like returning than arriving? Or maybe you've carried fears, dreams, or fascinations that have no explanation in this life. You're not imagining it, you're remembering it. Because what you think is your first life isn't. Reincarnation isn't a belief, it's a memory you haven't learned how to access yet. You are not your name, not your face, not this singular timeline. You are a soul, ancient, layered, multidimensional. And this life is just one chapter in a book so vast, your conscious mind can barely hold the first sentence. Let's shatter the illusion. We are taught to believe that life is linear: birth, experience, death, and then nothing. But ancient mystics, philosophers, and spiritual scientists have always said otherwise. The Egyptians knew, the Hindus knew, the Tibetans taught it openly. They all spoke of the same hidden cycle, samsara, the wheel of rebirth. You don't live once, you live as many, until you remember who you truly are. But why reincarnate? Why return again and again? The soul returns not for punishment, but for evolution. Each life offers contrast. Each body offers new challenges. Each timeline provides a unique lens to polish the soul's mirror. You don't come back to suffer. You come back to refine. And here's the twist. You didn't just reincarnate blindly. Your soul chose this life, this body, this era, these people, this pain, because it was the perfect curriculum for your next level of growth, just like you've chosen before, dozens, maybe hundreds of times. But in this life, you were meant to start remembering. Let me ask you something real. Why are you drawn to certain cultures you've never visited? Why do you carry specific phobias, even when there's no trauma in this life to explain them? Why do some things come unnaturally easy to you, skills you've never trained for? These aren't accidents, they're residual imprints from previous incarnations. Your soul never forgets, only your mind does. And the more you awaken, the thinner the veil becomes. You begin to dream in languages you've never learned. You recognize faces you've never met. You know things you were never taught. This is the beginning of soul memory, and once it starts resurfacing, nothing about this life looks the same again. But don't romanticize it. Reincarnation isn't just about love across lifetimes or mystical journeys. It's also about karma, not punishment, not revenge, but unfinished energy returning for resolution. That's why you repeat cycles, why you attract similar relationships, why certain patterns feel bigger than your current self. Because they are. They didn't start here. They just arrived here. Again. In part 2, we'll dive deeper into how reincarnation actually works, what happens between lives, how soul contracts are formed, and why your past lives are shaping your present reality far more than you realize. You've been here before. You've left clues for yourself, and now you're ready to follow them. So what really happens when you die? Where do you go? What do you become? And how do you find your way back? Most people imagine death as an ending, but to the soul, it's a transition. A brief pause between lifetimes, a moment to review, reset, and remember. Let's go there now. To the space between lives. This in-between realm has been known by many names. The Bardo, Tibetan Buddhism. The Akashic Field, the Soul Plane, the Hall of Records. It's not fantasy. It's a vibrational space where time dissolves and truth becomes visible. This is where you meet yourself. Not the version with titles, stories, or wounds, but the essence. In that space, you look back. You see every thought, word, and choice from your last life, not from judgment, but from total clarity. You feel how your actions affected others. You see where you grew. You see where you held back. And most importantly, you recognize the themes that still need evolution. These are the lessons you carry forward. This is where the soul contract is formed. You meet with guides, higher beings, aspects of yourself. Together you map the next incarnation, not to suffer, but to refine. You choose your body, your family, your location, your major life challenges, your deepest desires, your gifts, your potential exit points, all chosen before you are born. Let that sink in. You planned this. Even the people who broke you, even the heartbreaks, even the confusion. Because on a soul level, they were catalysts. They were mirrors. They were agreements. Some souls agreed to challenge you so you would wake up. Some agreed to leave you so you would find yourself. Some agreed to hurt you so you'd remember your power. Not all pain is betrayal. Some of it is contractual. But once the plan is made, you descend again. Through the veil of forgetting, through the tunnel of birth, into a new form, a new name, a new opportunity. And then, you forget. By design. Because awakening doesn't mean being told. It means remembering through experience. That's why you're here now, watching this, feeling something stir inside. Because the remembering has begun. And what about karma? It's not punishment. It's not a cosmic slap on the wrist. It's simply unbalanced energy seeking resolution. If you took, you come back to give. If you broke, you return to heal. If you silenced, you're born with a voice that demands to speak. Karma isn't retribution, it's integration. And it's never about guilt. It's about growth. Some souls carry karma across dozens of lifetimes. Others come back by choice, bodhisattvas, to assist others in remembering. But regardless of why you came back, you're here now. And this life, it's not random. It's not small. It's sacred curriculum. In part 3, we'll explore the signs of your past lives showing up in this life, through your relationships, your gifts, your fears, and even your physical body. Because your past isn't behind you. It's encoded in everything you are. And once you see it, you can start choosing differently. What if the reason you feel stuck, afraid, gifted, or misunderstood has nothing to do with this life? What if the root of your deepest patterns is buried not in your childhood, but in another life entirely? This is not theory, it's the soul's reality. Because past lives leave fingerprints on your mind, on your body, on your energy, on your entire experience of now. Let's look at how these imprints show up. 1. Unexplained fears and phobias. Terrified of water with no bad experiences? Fearful of fire, heights, crowds, or being alone? These are often echoes of death experiences from past incarnations. A soul that drowned might fear water. A soul burned at the stake might fear public speaking. A soul abandoned might carry separation anxiety into this life. Your nervous system remembers, even if your mind doesn't. 2. Talents you've never trained forever. Had a gift you just knew how to do? Played an instrument, spoke a language, or created art like it was second nature. That's not coincidence, that's carryover. Abilities developed in past lives often bleed into the current one, especially when the soul has mastery in that area. You're not starting from zero, you're continuing a thread. 3. Instant connections or repulsions. You meet someone and instantly feel close, like you've known them forever, or the opposite, an intense aversion even though they've done nothing wrong. That's soul recognition. You've danced with these souls before, as lovers, family, rivals, students, teachers. And when you meet again in this life, the energy remembers. The relationship is not new. It's resuming. 4. Birthmarks, aches, or chronic conditions. Yes, your body can carry past life memories, birthmarks in unusual locations, chronic pain with no medical cause, recurring tension in the same spot for years. These can be residue from past life trauma, wounds the soul never fully released. Your body isn't betraying you, it's revealing you. 5. Recurring life themes. Same types of relationships? Same lessons over and over? Same situations in different costumes? This isn't bad luck. It's a soul curriculum loop. Until the lesson is learned, the pattern repeats. But the moment you see it clearly, you unlock the chance to transcend it. Awareness breaks the cycle. Let's pause here. This isn't about blaming the past for your pain. It's about understanding the roots. Because when you know where something started, you stop reacting and start reclaiming your power, your voice, your right to choose differently this time. But here's the key. You don't need to dig up all your past lives to heal. You just need to listen to your present life. It's already showing you what's unresolved, what wants closure, what your soul is asking you to face. Again, but this time with new eyes. The patterns aren't punishments, they're portals. In Part 4, we'll explore how to access past life memories through dreams, triggers, relationships, meditative states, and soul regressions. Because the veil is not fixed, it's thin, and it lifts when you're ready to remember. And guess what? You're ready. If your soul is starting to remember, hit subscribe and tap the bell. This is just the beginning. You've felt the echoes. You've lived the patterns. You've seen the signs. Now you're ready to remember. Past lives aren't just history. They are active energy, woven into your choices, your triggers, your intuition. And the truth is, you've already remembered more than you think. Let's talk about how the soul recalls. Memory at the soul level doesn't work like the mind. It's not linear, not verbal. It's vibrational. You remember with your emotions, with your resonance, with your repeated experiences, and sometimes with images, symbols, or dreams you don't understand yet. Here are 5 ways past life memories surface in this life. 1. Dreams. Not every dream is random. Some are replays, some are metaphorical messages, and some are direct downloads from your soul's archive. You may find yourself in unfamiliar times or places, know you're someone else, feel emotionally overwhelmed without context. These are not just dreams, they are windows. Write them down, feel into them. What repeats is real. 2. Strong emotional triggers. Ever react way too intensely to something small? A smell, a phrase, a situation? That's not overreacting, that's over-remembering. The body carries emotional residue from previous lives. Triggers are activation points. They don't just show you where you're wounded, they show you what's unfinished. 3. Déjà vu and familiarity. That feeling of, I've been here before, or I know this person. You have. You do. The soul doesn't forget. The moment your current life overlaps with a frequency from your past, that moment activates. It's not fantasy, it's resonance. 4. Guided past life regression. This is one of the clearest ways to access specific past life memories. In a deep meditative or hypnotic state, you bypass the conscious mind and access the soul's database. You're not imagining, you're remembering through vision. Many people see themselves in different time periods, meet old soul connections, or revisit pivotal lifetimes that shaped who they are now. If you've ever had a regression, you know how real it feels. 5. Inner knowing, soul downloads. Sometimes there's no vision, no memory, just a deep, quiet knowing. You don't know how you know, you just do. That's the soul speaking directly, clear, undeniable, timeless. And here's something powerful. You don't have to chase the past. You don't need to unlock everything. If something from a past life is relevant to this one, it will rise, not to haunt you, but to free you. When it comes, honor it, feel it, then integrate it. Because remembering is not about collecting stories, it's about completing cycles. In Part 5, we'll dive into karmic entanglements, how souls travel together across lifetimes, why we repeat patterns with the same people, and how to break free from the contracts that no longer serve. You didn't come here to repeat. You came here to resolve. And that work begins now. You've heard it before. What goes around comes around. But karma isn't a threat. It's a law of balance. It's not about revenge or punishment. It's about energetic resolution. Every thought, action, and emotion carries weight, and what's left unresolved returns, not to hurt you, but to heal through you. Now here's the deeper layer. You're not navigating karma alone. You're moving through life with a soul group, beings you've reincarnated with over and over again, to learn, to grow, to remember. They show up as your parents, your lovers, your friends, your rivals, even strangers who leave deep impact. These are soul contracts, agreements made before birth. Some souls come to love you, to teach softness, to remind you of home. Some come to challenge you, to push you, test you, wake you up. Some come to trigger your deepest wounds, so you can finally alchemize them. None of it is random. Every meeting is designed, every connection has a vibration, and every relationship holds a lesson. Let's go even deeper. Have you ever had a toxic pattern repeat with different people? Same arguments, same emotional wounds, different faces, same pain. That's not coincidence. That's karmic echo. Until the energy is resolved, you attract what matches the lesson, not what matches your desire. But there's a moment of liberation. When you become conscious of the pattern, you shift from reaction to rewrite. That's the whole point. To move from, why is this happening to me, to, what is this trying to teach me, to finally, what can I do differently this time? That's how karma clears, not by paying, but by choosing differently. And here's something they don't teach in schools. Sometimes, forgiveness isn't for the other person. It's release for the soul. It cuts the energetic tie. It ends the contract. It frees both of you to evolve. You don't have to carry old entanglements forever. You can complete the cycle. Now, let's talk about signs you're in a karmic cycle. Intense, instant connection that quickly turns painful. Emotional loops that feel familiar but exhausting. Feeling stuck in a relationship dynamic. A lesson that keeps repeating, no matter the person. Recognize these. You're not cursed. You're being asked to awaken. And every time you respond consciously instead of emotionally, you shift lifetimes of energy in a single breath. In Part 6, the final part, we'll explore what it means to graduate from the cycle, how to step into soul alignment, break free from old karmic loops, and finally live from remembrance, not reaction. Because you weren't just reborn to remember, you were reborn to reclaim. And your freedom starts now. So here you are. You've seen the signs, you've felt the patterns, you've remembered the pain, the love, the lives that came before. But this isn't about looking back, it's about choosing forward. Because now, you know, you are not trapped in karma, you are beyond it. And your freedom begins the moment you stop repeating and start remembering. Remembering that your soul is ancient, that this life is a page in a much longer story, that every challenge is a choice, that every face is familiar, that every breath is sacred. You are not here to live on repeat, you are here to graduate. And that doesn't require perfection, it requires presence. So how do you step out of the cycle? Not by escaping it, but by walking through it, with your eyes open. When you respond differently, with love instead of fear, with truth instead of habit, you stop playing the old role. And the script can't continue without you. That's how you rise. That's how you end a soul contract. That's how you step into alignment. What does alignment feel like? It feels like peace, like knowing, like no longer needing to chase, prove, or force. It feels like living from your soul's memory, not your mind's programming. You don't need a new life. You need to live this one from the frequency of your highest self. That self already exists. And the signs, the synchronicities, the reincarnations, they've all been leading you back to it. Let's go even bigger. Imagine this life is your final test. Not because you failed, but because you're ready to integrate it all, to honor the lessons, to walk with awareness, to become the version of you that no longer needs to return unconsciously. That's not escape, that's evolution. You may choose to come back again, but it will no longer be about karma. It will be about service, about helping others remember what you now know, that death is not the end, that pain has a purpose, that love survives all timelines, and that the soul is eternal, always learning, always loving, always becoming. So, let this be your message. You are not new here. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are returning. You are remembering. You are rewriting the cycle from within, and as you do, you light the way for others. This is your moment, not to seek more lifetimes, but to live this one as the soul you truly are. Because reincarnation isn't just about coming back. It's about finally becoming free.